What's going on, man? Before we get started, comment, like, subscribe. Okay, all that good stuff. Need some more followers. But today I'm going to talk about being a late bloomer at a sport, especially in particular basketball. Now, this is gonna be really quick. Okay, now some of you guys, you play sports. You might be in the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, maybe even 10th grade. Okay, and you're behind skill wise to other people that are on your team. And guys, listen, the big thing, the number one thing that coaches look at is upside. Upside meaning how good are you now and how much room do you have to grow? How much room do you have to get better? How much room do you have to get taller? How much room do you have to get stronger? How much room do you have to get more skilled? How much room do you have to get more basketball IQ? Coaches love that. Okay, you think about the NBA draft, there are a lot of guys that you say, okay, well, this guy was a junior in college, and he was the best player in college basketball. But then you have a guy that's a freshman, and he barely played. Like, think about somebody like Joel Embiid or Nerlens Noel, guys of that nature. Maybe even Giannis. I don't even think Giannis played college ball. I might be tripping, but you think about those guys. They got drafted high because of their upside, their potential to be a whole lot better when they're already an elite player. And you think about some guys that were already really good, like Kevin Love. He got drafted high, but who else? Who else can I think of that was already a good player? But they didn't have a lot of room to grow because they were already really, really good coming out. Let's say someone like Gordon Hayward. I think he got picked late in the first round, but I think he was a junior when he was at where was he at? Butler. Okay, so guys, I'm saying all that to say this: if you are behind skill-wise, you behind your peers at the sport of basketball or any sport, there's always room for growth. Okay, especially if you're a late bloomer, meaning you just started playing the sport late. Okay, sometimes that can be a good thing, and sometimes it can be a bad thing. A lot of times it's a good thing when someone actually has a natural knack or natural ability to play a sport, and they don't even know how to play it yet. Because there are some guys that have been playing a certain sport since they were 5 years old. Okay, organized basketball, organized football, organized baseball, and they're not even as good as you are, and they've been playing a long time. So upside and potential is extremely important, and also no matter where you at skill wise or ability wise, the more you work on it, the more you turn it into a lifestyle rather than just a hobby. The better you will get. Don't feel bad that you're behind some of your classmates or guys in front of you. You got to continue to work. Prime example, I have a buddy. When we were in the ninth grade, he was probably 5'2", right? After ninth grade, he was pretty good at his size, but he was just small, right? He stopped playing basketball after his freshman year in high school, right? He was a point guard. Now, when I say he was good, he was skilled, he could shoot, and he was fast. He was just small as hell. Like he probably weighed 120 pounds, 5'2", 120 pounds, right? And you could tell. I mean, he started on a ninth grade team, but you could just tell. Like, a lot of people around him thought it's like, yo, he's not gonna grow anymore. And he thought to himself, like, yo, I'm not gonna grow anymore. I don't want to do all this work. I don't want to continue to go to all these workouts and do all this stuff, and I'm not going to grow. I don't want to be a 5'5" point guard when I'm a senior. Well, guess what happened? From his junior year, keep in mind, he was probably about 5'3", 5'4" in his junior year in high school. He had totally stopped playing, but he just played for fun. Over the summer, he grew from 5'4", 5'5" to 6'3", out of the blue, right? We play pickup games and stuff in the summertime. He was dunking it, throwing alley-oops. He turned into Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb, to Russell Westbrook. But guess what? By that time, he quit. So he had the desire to play, but he kind of waited too late. So him trying to go and try out for the team, he would have been behind. It would have just, to him, it would have been a waste of time. If it was me, I would have tried again. But they had already had two really good point guards established at that school, and he felt like it would be a waste of time. But if he would have just stuck with it, and, you know, he didn't know that he was going to grow that tall. His dad was a lot taller than himself, but he didn't know that he was going to go from 5'5" to 6'3", 8 inches over a 3-month time span. He didn't know that was going to happen. So the upside was there, but there was no way to see it. And he could have easily tried at a Division I, not a Division I. He could have easily tried at a junior college and got on the team with his ability at that time, because he could pass it, he could shoot it, the athleticism kicked in, and he was a 6'3", 6'4" point guard. So, guys, what I'm telling you now, like I said, if you're behind right now, that is okay. If someone shoots better than you in your grade, someone is faster than you, they're bigger than you, they're stronger than you, doesn't matter. Prime example. Okay, I'll give you one more example of myself, right? I didn't start playing organized basketball until the 6th grade. When I played, I was just tall. I was probably, in the 6th grade, I was probably like 5'8", 5'9". I could make free throws better than I can make layups. I didn't have the ability to dribble. I didn't have the ability to finish really around the basket. But if I got fouled going up for a layup, I would make free throws, right? So over the summer, I grew from 5'8" to about 5'11", going into 7th grade. Now, my skills were still kind of there, and I worked on it, but I didn't know what to work on. It was this guy, one of my good friends. His name was Luther. Okay, Luther was like LeBron in the 7th grade. Like, Luther was probably about 5'10", but he was 160 pounds, all muscle. 5'10", 6 foot, right? Now, Luther was a freak of nature to us. Football, especially in basketball, he was left-handed. He couldn't make free throws, but you couldn't do anything with him. He was a freight train. Now, I don't want to go into my team situation, but over the summer, Luther grew 2 inches. So now we're in the 8th grade. He's 6'2". I'm 6'2", right? But he's a 4-man. He's a 4-5 man. He can't handle the ball and make plays. He can just score. I'm a 2 guard, right? So I worked my butt off going from 7th to 8th grade for other reasons. I was deep on the bench in the 7th grade on the 18, but whatever. I grew to be the same size as him, but I could handle it. I could shoot threes. I could pass, and I could score. But he was just better than me at the time because he was just stronger and bigger, right? We get to 9th grade. Luther didn't grow an inch. So I'm 6'1", 6'2", 6'1", something like that in the 8th grade. 9th grade, I'm 6'3", 6'4", right? Still with the same ability. So I can play the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. I can play all of those positions, right? Luther was still really good. And I think, I'm trying to remember, but I think he stopped playing basketball and started playing football because I think he could see that other guys were catching him and passing him, and it wasn't working out for him too much. Or I think what happened, he played football and then he ended up being on the B team or something like that. I forgot. Luther, if you ever watch this, remind me. I may make an update. But the end result is I grew from 6'3" to 6'5", 6'6", going into sophomore year in high school, right? Now, I still had the abilities, but guess what? Luther played JV, barely played. I started. Look back on the raw end of the deal, Luther stopped playing basketball. I made varsity as a sophomore. He didn't play basketball. He didn't play one tick of varsity basketball his whole career. I ended up playing college basketball, and guess what? Luther came to my games. he wasn't playing any college basketball at all. So, guys, I'm saying all that to say this. If you continue to work, you never know what can happen for you. You could grow, you can get better, the competition can get worse, whatever. You just got to continue to work and pray for the best, okay? Because to me, God only helps people that tries to help themselves. So that's pretty much it, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, all of that good stuff. Tell your friends about the channel, and I'll see you guys later, man.